Okay folks, so this one is pretty useful. Normally when we get asked to review doodads and such, we kindly decline. But every now and then something that seems really useful does come along, and I just have to give it a shot. The Sabrent NVMe SSD enclosure is what the latest was. I've always kept a few adapters around for my 2.5-inch SSDs so that I could easily transfer large piles of data or backup drives for various reasons. But I haven't had one that I could use with the growing pile of NVMe stashes that I have, well, laying around. I've been wanting something like this mostly so that I could upgrade my NVMe drive in my personal system behind me, but I only have a single M.2 slot in the Crosshair 6 Hero motherboard, and I didn't feel like reinstalling Windows and going through the whole hassle of downloading all of my programs and setting everything up the way that I wanted it once again. So, well, let's take a quick look at this. The Sabrent USB 3.1 NVMe enclosure comes packaged pretty nicely with a foam sleeve for everything and all the screws that you're going to need, as well as a hybrid cable that fits Type-C and Type-A USB ends on the computer side, but is Type-C only on the enclosure itself. Installation is as painless as possible with the included Torx driver, which, if I had one complaint, is the use of a Torx screws over traditional Phillips head screws. But that's not really a deal breaker at all, and it's really more of just a nitpick. And no additional software is needed once it's assembled, and you're good to go. What about performance? See, Sabrent claims up to 10 gigabits per second, or translated more commonly as 1 gigabyte per second, which is much faster than most external storage devices are currently. Good luck finding anything coming close to that. To test these claims, we did use this setup to help my brother upgrade his Razer Blade 15 from its stock 512 gigabyte Light-On branded NVMe drive to a Samsung 970 EVO Plus. And we took the performance measurements from the Light-On drive while it was installed in the laptop, then again when we installed it into the Sabrent NVMe enclosure after we used that enclosure to clone his drive and make the upgrade super seamless. Well, the performance numbers speak for themselves. Right away, Crystal DiskSmart 6 shows where the top performance drops down to the advertised 10 gigabits per second or 1 gigabyte per second, and ATTO reads and writes share the exact same result, with the drive topping out at the performance levels the enclosure allows for it. Not too shabby. Now, there are going to be some people out there having a bit of a panic about the performance drop-off from the directly connected performance to the external enclosure performance, but a scenario like this makes for a great argument to its usefulness. Someone upgrading their existing smaller NVMe drive like what we did here today and installing a much larger one in its place. With this enclosure, you can easily clone the laptop drives or desktop drives, for my instance, that only have a single NVMe slot and save a lot of time and trouble, and then leave with a crazy fast external storage device that's as easy to transport and, well, it does look good to boot. Something to take in mind real quick, and I need to make sure that I note this, is that it is NVMe only. It does not support SATA drives, so something to keep in mind here for those trying to upgrade SATA. I'm pretty sure they do have a SATA version of this if that's what you're looking for. Now, in the end, it definitely made for a very useful tool for me. I'll be keeping it around. It's definitely going in my bag, and it's going to be a companion piece to my work laptop because it only has a 256 gig drive and it doesn't support NVMe, but this could be a good bridge from going from both workstations. And if you're interested in checking out the Sabrent USB 3.1 NVMe enclosure, we'll have it linked down in the description below, but we'd love to hear what you think about these type of tools down in the comment section. It's been Keith with WCCF Tech TV. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so that we don't miss you in the next one.